After China implemented a 144-hour visa-free policy for many countries, China travel became a popular tag on YouTube and TikTok. Many foreigners lamented that China's urban environment infrastructure is good and very clean. The quality of the Chinese people seems to have changed from very poor to good overnight. So, how did China's cities become clean? More than 20 years ago, when I was walking to school and passed by a small river, my bladder was awakened. Yes, I had to pee by the river. This was my physiological reaction. In my memory, peeing into the river is not a shameful thing. As long as there are few pedestrians by the river, you can start. The river was also seriously polluted at that time. If you accidentally stepped on the river water, you would definitely have skin allergies. If it was dusk, I would occasionally poop by the river. Yes, I didn't feel ashamed at all, because the public toilet is so smelly that I will suffocate in it for a few minutes. So when people on the internet madly attacked Indians for defecating on Canadian beaches, I could understand them, because I used to live in a hellish environment like India. I remember when I first moved to the county town, my friends and I were playing in the alleys. Due to lack of experience, I often accidentally stepped on shit, which might be from animals or humans. My friends were always able to avoid them quickly. However, unlike the Indians who face accusations and quibble that this is their culture. As a Chinese, I know that the environment I live in is dirty and disgusting, and I am not well educated. But I am just an inconspicuous student. I can't change the environment, so I adapt to it. I talked about it in the previous video. In 1996, our county welcomed a strict county party secretary. When he was inspecting, he stepped on shit on the roadside. The ubiquitous stench in the county made him furious. He scolded local officials at the meeting, saying that such a cesspool could not attract investment. The officials also explained that the economy was backward and the county infrastructure was poor, and poor infrastructure is not worth maintaining. Besides, the county government has no money at all. The salaries of civil servants and teachers are in arrears. Where is the money for sanitation? Everyone lives in this backward environment, is used to a low standard of living, and does not pay much attention to hygiene. Yes, there is an old Chinese saying. When the granaries are full, people know etiquette. When they have enough food and clothing, they know honor and disgrace. This is a bit similar to Maslow's hierarchy of needs theory. Only after people have enough food and solve the survival crisis, can they have the energy to pursue quality of life and improve the sanitary environment. However, this vicious circle must be broken by someone. So the county party secretary divided the county into several cleaning responsibility areas, each of which is responsible for a government department or public institution. As long as your department still wants to get financial subsidies and the person in charge still wants to be promoted, you must do a good job of cleaning. If there is a problem during the inspection, the top leader will be directly demoted or fired. Of course, for people like me, who have the habit of defecating everywhere, he also has a way to deal with them. He asked the TV station's staff to take cameras and shoot everywhere to see who is throwing garbage anywhere, who is defecating on the roadside, and who is destroying trash cans and roadside guardrails. As long as they are caught, they will be broadcast on the county TV station in a loop. For those with serious circumstances, they will be caught on the spot and asked to self-examine. Yes, unlike Singapore, there is no rule of law or human rights here. If you can't control your bladder, you will be watched by the whole county on TV. I think there is nothing more educational than seeing someone you are familiar with on a TV show being broadcast to the whole county for defecating and urinating in public. So the whole county quickly became clean. Although the infrastructure is still backward, at least when outsiders come, they will not be scared away by the smell of shit on the streets. Then there is the crazy infrastructure construction. The salaries of civil servants and teachers are withheld. They can only get a small part of it, and the rest is the government's IOU. With the infrastructure and the roads built, officials are assigned tasks and attract investment everywhere. When entrepreneurs visit the site, they are attracted by the good infrastructure, clean sanitation, and preferential policies, and are willing to invest in factories. With factories, people in the county town have decent jobs. When they wear decent clothes and can afford mobile phones, they are less willing to defecate on clean streets or litter. This is a virtuous circle. As mentioned before, I can't last more than a few minutes in a public toilet in China, and I will definitely die of stench. When the government had money, almost all Chinese cities built a large number of new public toilets to meet the physiological needs of tourists. This is a long process. Many public toilets even have dormitories, and the people responsible for the cleaning of the public toilets live in the dormitories and clean at any time. Nowadays, with the popularization of robots, many streets and indoor places have automatic cleaning robots, which effectively reduces costs. The quality of the Chinese people has indeed improved a lot compared to before. But as a Chinese who has lived in cities of all levels, I can say responsibly that except for a few districts in first-tier cities, the national quality of the Chinese is far from the level of Singapore and Japan. If you capture some corners of the city or rural areas, you can still find unhygienic places, but they are not as exaggerated as those in India. Compared with countries with high-quality populations, such as Singapore and Japan, China relies more on government public investment, hard-working cleaners, and various automatic cleaning equipment. I believe that with the long-term maintenance of urban sanitation, China's national quality will also steadily improve.